everyone, this is Lakshmi Sujata from Level Up with Lax, mother to two, wife to one, trainer to many. Level Up with Lax is a soft skill training venture that aims at enhancing your confidence through awareness and practical methods. All these days, we spoke about various aspects related to communication. Today, in the episode 6 of Learn from the Real, we have Dr. Prashanth Rao with us to share some more information on communication. He started off his career as a dental practitioner, moved on to become a lecturer, a performance coach, until he found his calling in the world of training. He's the director-founder of his venture called as Winning Ways, which is into soft skill training. He is also an emotional intelligence practitioner, and currently he's working on authoring a book in the same line on emotional intelligent leaders. So let's welcome Dr. Prashanth Rao to the episode 6 of Learn from the Real. Hello Dr. Prashanth. Being an emotional intelligence practitioner and a soft skill trainer, where communication is one of the main concepts that we focus on, we would like to understand from you, or could you please share with us, if emotional intelligence and communication has a link, especially with children. Is there a way that we can talk to children? Are there any apt phrases that we need to use in our communication while talking to children to foster emotional intelligence in them?
How to frame the right kind of communication which is apt to foster emotional intelligence in children? I thought it was an excellent question, and more so in the times that we are, when parents and children have got a lot of together time in the past 70-80 days or so. And even though we seldom ignore children's feelings, their thoughts, their expressions, their perspectives, their points of view, I thought something needs to be done about addressing this particular burgeoning issue, as I want to call it, because many times what we ignore or what we tend to discourage children from discussing about their emotions and feelings gets subdued. We are unconsciously subduing it, and in the process what happens, the child tends to go into a drawn out place somewhere that these feelings are not to be encouraged, and they will never come out in the open even as they grow into teen years and adolescents and adults, and we never know where it is going to manifest. It might manifest as rage, it might manifest as holding back, it might manifest as not being confident of oneself, it might even manifest as somebody who is not very emotional. See, being emotional is not at all a bad thing. We are all humans and we are the only people who can actually emote, meaning to say that we can recognize our emotions. The emotional intelligence is the field where we not only recognize our emotions, but we recognize the other person's emotions as well, and use it in an effective way so that we have a collaborative understanding. While there can be a whole lot of things, a whole range of things that we can study about how to foster a child's emotional intelligence based on the kind of communication that you have, based on the apt kind of phrases that you can use. In the interest of time and for effective delivery of this, I would want to currently address only 3 such important or salient features which is going to foster your child's empathy, your child's emotional intelligence. Okay? Now the first one, as I was saying before, we generally do not acknowledge our children's viewpoint. We generally think that that children do not have as much experience or exposure and they do not know some things. But how do we know that? Because we have been told. We have not experienced it firsthand. Probably it happened with us when we were children, and it happened with our parents when they were children, and this is the lessons that have been coming down over ages with us. It is not with respect to our own experience. Usually it happens that whenever the child comes on to give their own perspective about a particular situation, we push it away. In our mind, we are pushing it away, trying to tell the child that this is none of your business, don't worry about it. What we are actually telling the child subtly is, I'm going to suppress your feelings so that you never have the confidence to come out again and express yourself out in the open. Now imagine if the child grows out and goes to an interview somewhere and this feeling starts playing. How bad it will be. Do we pay attention to this? We don't. So in this regard, what you actually can do is, you can start slow. The most common thing that we see in houses is children are playing around lunchtime or dinner time, and the mother or father, the grandfather or grandmother, somebody is trying to get them to the dinner table time and again, saying that it's time for you to study, it's time for you to eat, come back, come back. And it goes from mild calling to anger to frustration and things like that. Instead of doing all that, call out the child, or you go to where the child is playing, indoors or outdoors, and just say, I know that you don't want to come back. I know that you're having a lot of fun, but it's getting dark. Tomorrow you have school to go to. The other kids have to go to school a little later than you. Your school bus comes early. So why don't we go inside, you wash up, and we can all have a dinner together? You think the child wouldn't listen to this kind of reasoning? Or you are again making the mistake that the child will not understand the reasoning. Believe me, they will. Or you have a bunch of kids at home, probably even two kids also. One is slightly elder, one is slightly younger, and the elder kid, you have let this elder kid probably go out into the road and play some game. The younger one also wants to do, but you are a little hesitant because there is traffic on the road and this younger one might not be able to manage or look out for traffic. That is your worry, which is totally understandable. So it's a little sad, probably left alone for a few hours because the elder one is not there to play with and the other kids are also playing outside. So it's very understandable, this kid a little morose, a little sad. All you can try to say is, I know child that you want to go outside, but you know what? Your brother or your elder sister can take care of themselves. And you know what? I'll play with you for the time being, or let's do something together, or I'll set up a game for you, I'll read a story for you, you listen to this music. Spend time till the elder one comes back. When you are that person's age, that kid's age, your brother or sister's age, I will let you go out too. See, there is so much traffic on the road, you will not be able to manage that so easily. So I hope you understand. This kind of reasoning works, people. It works like gold. So make sure you can use this as well. Alright, now coming to my second point. This is about the perspective, the first point. The second point is allow the child to express themselves. Don't subdue the feelings. It's not only about viewpoints. If some child starts to cry incessantly, you might think it's a very silly reason. You might actually get frustrated. The child is trying to blow up a small issue, but for the child it matters. It matters to the child. So let them express feelings. It might be as innocuous as somebody snatching a pencil from the child. Another innocent child probably, they're just being playful. Your child probably a little more sensitive when they snatched a pencil. It's not a big deal. The pencil is going to come back, or it's a toy that the neighbor child snatched away. It could be anything. It could be a chocolate. It could be anything. Alright, and your child is a little sad. Instead of trying to mollify the child and saying that, oh come on, don't be a crybaby, don't do this, it's a small pencil, I've gotten enough number of things. Don't say all that. Allow them to express. Say that it's okay, I know you're frustrated, it happens. Okay, there are other children who pick on you, it happens, it's okay. Why don't you come and snuggle up next to me and I'll tell you a story. It's okay to cry. Cry it out and you'll feel better. And then we'll go for a ride. And then we'll sit and do something. Give something to the child back so the attention is also diverted, and at the same time encourage those feelings to come out. Use softer words, softer intonation, softer language. Alright? Don't be too harsh. You only will end up suppressing the feelings of the child time and again. Never use harsh language. And speak as slowly and mellifluously as possible. Try it out. Alright? Third scenario, listen to their feelings. They are expressing, that is what they're doing in the second way of doing things. In the third way, listen to their feelings. Many times, once they get past a certain age of 7, 8 or the table, the 9s and 10s, the pre-teens and things like that, they have a tendency to push their parents back whenever parents try to go and make some enquiry. They feel parents are intruding into their personal space. Alright? It's perfectly normal. Don't try to over intrude into their space. But if you feel that your child actually needs support and they're trying to push you back for some reason, just say something like this, I know you're frustrated and I know that you want to be left alone. I totally understand that. I respect that. You know what? I'm going to just sit in this room at a corner, or I'll sit in the next room, but you have to promise me you're not going to close the door. Alright? You want to cry it out, you want to shout it out, you are angry with me, do whatever you want to do. But at the end of it, sit back and think and then come and give me a hug. Probably, if you want, we can talk about it as well. Does that seem good? Try this out. This formula works. I have given out this formula to so many teenagers, rather parents of teenagers, and it has worked like magic. It improves relationships like crazy. Emotional intelligence is not only for adults. You can foster emotional intelligence from as good as an age of 3 years old. Science says in 10 months, but I'll say at least 3 years old, because that is the time when children actually start speaking more logically, more clearly, and they have started to understand relationships, who's what is their role in their life, so on and so forth, and they gain that liberty of expression. People listen to them. It might be small things, but nowadays they listen, and so they are more open to express. If you suppress these feelings of emotions at that age, you might be dealing a very bad scar on the child's psyche. Please don't do that. Let them express, foster emotional intelligence to them. Let them know that it is okay to feel bad, it is okay to feel a bit down at times, but it is not the end of the world. And always give them a helping hand so that they know that you are creating a safe space for them to share, and you will have not only the bond of a parent and child, or a whatever sibling and brother or something like that, but you will have a much longer bond of friendship and love. It can be cemented for a lifetime when you start off with a child. Alright, so that was my quick take about how to foster empathy in children, how to foster emotional intelligence in children using the apt kind of phrases. Thank you Mrs. Lakshmi Sujata, who is heading a wonderful channel called Level Up with Lax. I look forward to seeing more videos from other people also on this, and I hope to come back someday again. Thank you so much.
That little cuddle, a few kind words, and that comforting touch can surely foster a lot in our kids than we expect. Thank you, Dr. Prashanth, for sharing these beautiful insights with us and the apt examples. I hope our viewers have learned a lot from this video and would put it into practice soon. Until the next episode of Learn from the Real, stay safe, stay happy. Thank you.